Krabi has become one of Thailand's top destinations, and once you get here, it's so easy to see why. This province is home to some of the country's best beaches, incredible boat tours, and hikes up to breathtaking viewpoints. In this guide, we'll show you the best things to do in the area so you can see what makes this place so special. We'll also visit all of the main areas to stay in Krabi province to help you decide where you should be based during your time here. So let's get started right in the capital of this beautiful province, Krabi Town. Hey everyone, we made it to southern Thailand. We're here in Krabi and staying here in Krabi Town. And today we're just gonna be checking out this city and letting you guys know if we think this is a good place to stay. It's not where we originally planned to stay in Krabi, and you might be thinking the same thing. It's not near the beach and it's further from the boat tours, but we found a really good deal on a hotel, which we'll show you guys a little bit later on. So yeah, if you're like us, you're probably looking at this area because you're on a budget and you want to find a cheaper place to stay than the beach area. So what we're gonna be doing today is just exploring this city and letting you guys know what we think, checking out what's here. So right now we're here right along the walkway on the river. Already some really beautiful views behind us here. You can see some of the mountains off in the distance that way. So yeah, our first impression is that it seems like a really nice place. We're also gonna try to figure out how we can do the boat tours from here since we are further from the beach, and just let you guys know what our thoughts are on the town itself. We stopped back by our hotel for a minute, so I wanted to give you guys a quick look at where we're staying. This is the Blue Monkey Hub and Hotel in Krabi Town, and we're really happy with it so far. They said it just opened, so everything's really new and modern in here. And yeah, we're really happy with the value for the price. So this is about $37 a night, and it's right here in the center of town within walking distance to everything we want to see and do. It also has a co-working space downstairs, as well as laundry and a pool. They also have breakfast, which is not included, but it's 200 baht per person. So on the days we're in a little bit more of a rush, that's gonna be nice to have. So this actually is the main reason that we ended up staying here in Krabi Town instead of Phra Nang Beach, where most people try to stay. Because when we looked there, we weren't really satisfied with the options that were in our price range. And then when we started looking here in Krabi Town, it seems like what we could get for the money was just so much nicer. So yeah, it's just another interesting reason to take a look here instead of at Phra Nang. Right next to our hotel, there's this awesome little food market. We're gonna try to find some lunch to eat in here. We actually ate here when we got here last night, and it was really good. So we're gonna try to find something different to have now. So now that we've had a look around, do you know what you're gonna get?
Yeah, I'll get meat. There's pork on the sticks, so I might get that because we tried it in Bangkok and we really liked it, so I want to try it here if it's better. And I might get some fruit. Yeah, everything seems so refreshing and I'm so hot, so the fruit will be a good choice.
Okay, well let's go get yours. I think I saw something that I'm gonna get too, but
okay.
Let's stop by the pork place.
Okay, so now it's time to get something for you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get from this place right over there. I don't know what any of it's called, but it looks good and smells good, so let's try it. So she recommended this one. I think I'm gonna try that. Chicken with bamboo. And I don't know what else. I think she said I choose two, right?
Yeah, I think with this vegetables.
Yeah, maybe.
And rice.
So I think I'll try this one. Yeah. Sure, yeah, I'll try the green curry. It's chicken also? Okay, yeah.
How is it?
Really good, really good. So this one was the chicken with basil and bamboo, and this is green curry. Yeah, both are really good.
Yeah, and he got some salad too.
Yeah, they gave me this with it too. I'm not sure what those are.
It's really nice,
Yeah.
and everything in this market is actually really cheap.
Yeah, I think she said this is going to be 50 baht. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
And yours was 20, right?
20, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you can definitely find some really affordable food here in Krabi. My mouth is on fire from that spicy food, so I got some coconut water to wash it down. And Nina got some pineapple, and each one was 20 baht. So yeah, more really cheap options to try here. We really like this place. I think we're going to be coming back to it a lot. We're taking a walk around the center of Krabi Town now to explore, and the first thing we want to check out is this temple that's right here in the middle of town. We don't know anything about it. I'm not even sure what its name is yet, but the entrance to it looks really beautiful, so we're gonna head inside and look at it. So Nina, we saw a few temples in Bangkok already, but what do you think of this one?
I think this one is really nice. It's not as big and as colorful with all the small details as the one in Bangkok. Obviously, those were something unique and special, but this one is actually really nice. I like the style, how it's like simple, but really, really looking nice. We will try to see it inside too. We don't know if something is going on right now or not, but we'll try to see it inside.
Yeah, and I agree. I like it a lot. This one isn't necessarily more beautiful or interesting than the ones we saw in Bangkok. It's actually a lot smaller and, like she said, less decoration and all that. But what's nice about this is it's quiet and empty. There's barely anyone else here. The other ones in Bangkok were full of crowds. So I feel like you can really enjoy the peacefulness of it when we're here by ourselves. This temple has multiple different sections to it. There were a few people over at the main part over there, but the rest of it is totally empty, which is really awesome. We feel like even though we've seen some more beautiful ones in Bangkok, this was definitely worth coming to because we feel like we're getting like more of an authentic experience coming here when it's quiet and we're alone. We feel like it's more the way it's meant to be. So yeah, we recommend coming and checking this out if you're here in Krabi Town. Another thing we just did is we stopped at an information desk for boat tours, and we actually booked a tour for tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to Railay Beach, which is one of the most famous spots here in Krabi, one of the main reasons everyone comes. So stay tuned for that to see what that's like. But yeah, we just wanted to let you guys know sort of how it works from here in Krabi since we're not right on the beach. So yeah, there's these like little information desks all over the place, and you stop at those and just like ask about the options they have, and they basically arrange everything for you. So it seems like that is actually going to be pretty easy and work out pretty well. We were a little bit worried about staying here in Krabi Town, how easy it would be to be able to manage to find boat tours to get to some of these places we really want to go, but it turned out to be pretty simple. There's a pathway that goes along the river here in Krabi Town, so we came for a sunset walk to see some of the views. Even though there's no actual beach here in Krabi Town, there still is some really nice scenery. The last thing we have planned for today is Krabi Weekends Night Market, also called Krabi Walking Street. It's supposed to be the best thing to do here in Krabi Town, so we're really excited to see it. And there's a lot of small markets around the town, like the one we ate at earlier, but this is supposed to be the main, biggest one and best one. So yeah, we're gonna head there now. It's right here behind Vogue Shopping Center. We're just gonna cut through the mall here and head back there. The market is really interesting. There's so much street food and a lot of souvenirs too, including some handmade stuff and some artwork. We got some food, of course, to try. So we got pork with rice and egg, and it was only 50 baht each, so 100 baht total. So we're gonna find a place to sit and eat this and then keep looking around. That meal was so good. Probably my favorite thing I've had here in Krabi so far. Really, really good. And there's so many options too. We couldn't even decide. There's so many other things that look amazing too. Now we moved on to dessert though. So we got these that smelled really good. I believe they called them egg cakes filled with butter. So I don't know what to expect, but Nina's gonna try one for us.
Like some kind of cookies.
Like cookies? Okay.
Yeah, good. And of course, Michael had to get a coconut ice cream.
Yes, I needed one more thing. This looks so good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks yummy.
It does. Alright guys, so that's it for our first day here in Krabi. But we really enjoyed it. We had a great first day, great introduction to the area. So we are really excited to see everything else that we have planned next. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning everyone. Today we have a really exciting day planned. We are going to be spending the day at Railay Beach, one of the most famous spots here in the Krabi area and one of the most famous beaches in all of Thailand actually. It's one of the main reasons we came here and we are super excited to see it. So we're here in Krabi Town right now where we're staying, and yesterday we booked a boat tour to be able to go over to the island. So it's taking us there today at 9 a.m. and then we're going to be coming back at 5 p.m. So we basically have the whole day to explore that area and some of the surrounding beaches as well. So we're heading over to the tour agency now to head on our boat. Alright guys, we have made it to Railay Beach. We pulled in at about 10:15 a.m. So meet time was 9 a.m. The boat left at about 9:30. So that's about 45 minutes on the boat. A little bit longer than Ao Nang, but either way you do have to take a boat to get here to Railay Beach. It's only accessible by boat. And the price for a round trip ticket was 300 baht per person. And there are, I believe, 4 beaches here that we want to see today. So this one that we just pulled into is Railay East. It's actually not much of a beach. This isn't the main one that's famous. That's going to be Railay West, which is going to be right on the other side of the town in front of us here. So yeah, I believe we're going to head to that one first, and then after that we want to see Tonsai Beach and Phra Nang Beach. We're going to try to see all 4 of those today. So we're going to go ahead and get started and walk through the town over to Railay West. We can already see that there's a bunch of really nice looking resorts here in Railay. This is a really desirable place to stay for a lot of people, and we looked at it when we were looking for our accommodation as well. The problem is most of this was really expensive, as it looks like it should be in a lot of cases, but also there's a problem of getting here. Like we mentioned, this is only accessible by boat, so you have to get here with all your stuff by boat, and then when you want to do anything else, then you're going by boat to leave Railay to go and do those things. So instead of just, you know, coming for the day by boat like this. So I mean, it's a really beautiful place to stay for sure, but we definitely found some drawbacks to it. The path connecting Railay East to Railay West is actually the main walking street here in Railay, and it's really nice. You can find a lot of bars, restaurants, and souvenir shops here, and the coolest part is that it's nestled right in between these giant cliffs, so it just looks amazing. It is so crazy hot today, so we just stopped for some stuff to cool down. Even got a whole coconut. I got a banana shake, 60 baht and 50 baht. But we are about to walk onto the beach here, and I can already see that it looks beautiful. We're going to show you guys what this looks like up here. Guys, I have to say, Railay Beach lives up to the hype. I mean, just look at this view here. Those cliffs right over the beach. I think it's pretty incredible. What do you think, Nina?
It's really, really beautiful. Those cliffs and the jungle in the back, it just has some like amazing vibe. Really, really nice.
The only negative thing I could say about this beach is that there's so many boats, because like we said, you can only get here by boat, so it can get pretty noisy when they're coming and going, but overall it's a pretty magical place. From the beach, we can see some islands out over there, and those are actually the islands you go to on the popular 4 Islands tour. We're planning to do that a different day. We're here in Krabi, so yeah, we're going to be showing you guys those at some point when we're here. We've walked down to the end of Railay West Beach now, and we're gonna try to get over to Tonsai Beach. We've read we can get there by walking, that we don't need a boat, and we saw some people climbing up this way. So we think that's probably gonna be the way over. Looks like it might be a little bit of a difficult climb, but I've read that it's pretty short, so we're gonna try it and let you know. The trail is a bit steep and rocky throughout it, but it's really not too bad. Just bring some decent shoes and you'll be okay. It'll be easy. Just might be a little bit difficult in flip-flops. But I think we're getting pretty close now to the end of it and coming down into Tonsai. But what's kind of interesting is there's some rock climbing groups on the way down. So this is something you can do here as well as rock climbing. Looks like that'd be pretty fun if you had some more time here. We just came down onto Tonsai Beach, and I like this one even better than Railay. It's more peaceful and quiet, less crowded, and maybe even more beautiful. You feel more like closed in between the cliffs here. They're so close and towering over us. Yeah, it's so amazing. I don't know how else to describe it. We stopped at the restaurant here on Tonsai Beach for our lunch. I got stir-fried beef and noodles with a fresh coconut. Nina got a sandwich with fries and a Coke. But the best part is this incredible view of the water and the cliffs here. This is gonna be a nice spot to sit and eat. So the total for that stuff plus some waters was 600 baht. Not too bad. It seems like it was a little bit cheaper than places on Railay. Still a good bit more expensive though than Krabi Town where we're staying. But the best part was definitely the view. We cannot get over how beautiful it is. We're really hot right now though, so what we're gonna do is get in the water now, swim a little bit, and hopefully cool down. So how's the water?
It's nice. Just really warm, really warm. I don't think I've ever been inside the water this warm. I feel like I'm in a hot spring. But the further you go, the better it goes. Like it's slightly colder, still really warm.
Yeah, some parts of it actually are hot, which is a little bit weird. The water's also not particularly clear or blue, but that's okay. The main attraction to this beach isn't really the water, it's the scenery, and that is 100% worth coming to see. It's really amazing. As you guys can see, there's an amazing view in every single direction. So yeah, we're so glad we came and saw for ourselves. I mean, look at that cliff right there over the beach. Yeah, just incredible.
We're leaving Tonsai Beach right now. It was really nice. I really like that it doesn't have as many people as the Railay Beach does. And also the views are really amazing. Like Michael said before, the water is not super clear and really blue, but I guess that's why it's not the most popular one. But we really like it. So now we're gonna try to make to Phra Nang Beach, and hopefully we'll manage to see that one before it gets to 5 p.m. when we have to be there at the meeting spot and start going back.
We're trying to hurry up now because we're starting to run out of time at this point. It's getting a little bit close to our meetup time for the boat back to Krabi Town, but we do really want to make it to this last beach, Phra Nang Beach, before we have to leave. So we did the short hike back from Tonsai Beach to Railay West, then we walked down the walking street back to Railay East where we started, and now we are walking down Railay East Beach towards the other end to try to find this path to Phra Nang Beach. So we're going to see if we can find that and head over there. The path over to Phra Nang Beach is really interesting. It's lined with these caves. Yeah, so the scenery is really cool as we walk under here. Look at those rocks hanging down. Pretty awesome. We made it down to Phra Nang Beach now, and this might actually be the most impressive one so far. I'm glad we made it over here. They call it Phra Nang Cave Beach for a reason. It really feels like we're in a cave here, and there's rocks hanging down on top of us. Like the cliff is literally over us. It's really cool. Yeah, really beautiful. Glad we made it. So this cave is a really interesting part of the beach. These are exactly what you think they are. I think I saw somewhere that this is some kind of temple related to fertility, and that if they leave these offerings, it'll help their fertility. I'm not completely sure about that, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. Interesting to see. Alright, so that's all we have time for in Railay today. It's time to head back to the pier to meet with our boat so that we can head back to Krabi Town. We actually saw some monkeys while we were coming back over here, which was really cool, so I'll put a clip of those. But yeah, we had a great day. I'll give you final thoughts when we get back to Krabi though, because we're in a little bit of a hurry to get back there. We made it back to the hotel now. We had an amazing day, but we are so exhausted. The sun is so strong and it's so unbelievably hot, so you definitely need a lot of sunscreen and water. But yeah, again, amazing day. We are so happy that we did this, and we definitely feel like it was worth coming to Krabi to see Railay Beach.
Yeah, definitely. It's so hot. Just make sure, as he said, to bring a sunscreen, because we put a lot of sunscreen and we're still burnt. But it was definitely worth it. Spending the whole day there, it's just amazing. That natural beauty, it's definitely worth just coming here to Krabi for those 3 beaches. So yeah, we had an amazing time. There's also a lot of resorts that seem like it would be nice to spend time there, but we're still really satisfied with staying in Krabi Town, since there's a lot of tours that we can go around and see everything that we wanted to. So yeah, we're happy with that.
Yeah, we definitely felt like we could have spent a little bit more time there. Even with the amount of time we had, we still felt rushed at the end. So we actually chose the longer option. They gave us a few options of departure times and then times to come back as well. So we chose to meet at 9 a.m. and then to come back at 5 p.m. But we also had the option to go there at 11 a.m. and an option to come back at 3 p.m. So you could mix and match those. We chose the longest possible option and still could have had a bit more time. And I guess that's just the plus side to actually staying at Railay, is that you get to be there longer. And also, right as it was starting to cool down and get nicer out, is when we had to come back. So you also get to stay there for, sunset time when it's starting to cool down. Yeah. There's less tourists and everything. So I could definitely see some positives of staying there, although we're still satisfied with where we're staying as well. But yeah, overall, just such a good day. Coming to see that area is 100% worth it.
Yeah, for sure. So the Railay Beach, Tonsai Beach, and Phra Nang Beach were definitely worth it. We recommend coming to Krabi, just if nothing else, just to see that. Yeah. So that's like the top recommendation.
Yeah, all 3 are amazing, so you have to make sure you see all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And another tip I would say is, so we went swimming at Tonsai Beach, which ended up, I think, having the worst water of those 3. I would save your swimming for Phra Nang Beach.
Yeah, that water seemed the best.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, amazing. Glad we did it. But we still have plans for another of the top activities here in Krabi, and that is the 4-island tour. So yeah, that's another really popular thing that everyone wants to do when they come here, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow. But for now, we are going to get some much needed rest, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
Yeah, see you in the morning.
Good morning, guys, and hello again from Krabi. So previously we've showed you guys Krabi Town, where we're staying, as well as the beautiful Railay Beach, and today we have another really popular and exciting activity planned for here in Krabi. We're doing the 4 Islands tour. We actually booked a private tour for just the 2 of us yesterday for 2,800 baht, so we feel like we got a pretty good deal on that. We ended up finding a cheaper option than some tour operators originally offered us. It does not include the national park fee, and I can't remember exactly how much that's going to be, but we'll show you guys when we end up having to pay that. So yeah, we're heading to the dock now to meet our boat driver. We have a 10 a.m. start time, and I believe the end time is going to be 5 p.m. So we're really excited to get started on this. We've heard these islands are really beautiful, so we can't wait to show you guys how it is. we made it onto our longtail boat to start our tour. We have the whole thing to ourselves, which is really great. I think with a group tour, there'd be like at least 10 people on here. So it's nice that we can make sure we get a spot in the shade because the sun is so strong. We don't want to get burned too bad today. But yeah, we're really excited to get started. Okay, okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, when should we come here?
When you want to move.
Okay.
Up to you, you decide.
Okay.
1 hour, 1.5 hours, it's okay.
Guys, we just got off the boat and look at this water. Amazing. Nina, what do you think?
Really nice. Much better water than the ones yesterday.
Yeah. This is gonna be incredible. So he just told us the names of the islands. Let's see if I can remember right. This one, I believe he said is Tube. And that one over there is Po. And then that one is Chicken. So this is 3 of the 4 islands right here. And what's really cool right now is that they're connected by this sandbar. So yeah, we're really, really excited to see this. Another reason that we wanted to do this as a private tour is to make sure we could come see this when they're all connected, because this only happens at low tide. So we were able to arrange to come here exactly at low tide. So yeah, it's perfect. We also just paid the national park fee. It was 200 baht per person. We just handed our driver the cash and he goes and takes care of it for us. Now that we came over here, we can actually see that the 3rd island, Chicken Island, is not connected to the sandbar right now. We don't know if low tide already passed or if it's still not low tide quite yet. But either way, there's still some people crossing through the water. So I think we're gonna try to do that and so go to the other side. And by the way, it's called Chicken Island because on the other side of the island, there's a rock formation that kind of looks like a chicken's head. We could see it a little bit on the way here, so it's kind of funny. So we were able to make it across the water to Chicken Island really easily. The water only came just a little bit above our knees, but there's actually signs saying it's dangerous to cross at high tide. So even if there's not a sandbar completely connecting them, it's still better to be here close to low tide so you can make it over to this island as well. And it still does have its own sandbar sticking out here. Looks really nice. We're gonna cross back over to the other island now so we can get back on the boat and head to our next stop. But guys, this is just so beautiful. I mean, look at the scenery. The sandbars with these islands in front of us and Railay Beach way off in the background there. Just so beautiful. I can already say I'm so glad we did this tour. We're back on the boat and it looks like our next stop is snorkeling. So I'm gonna put the waterproof case on and we'll see you guys down in the water. We're finished with snorkeling now and onto the last island of the 4, Koh Poda. The snorkeling was really good. They stopped right next to Chicken Island, so we had a good view of the chicken head. In my opinion, it looked a lot like a turkey, but yeah, it was interesting. The snorkeling was good. The water was clear. There were lots of fish and a lot of coral too. The only problem is we didn't stay too long because we both got stung by jellyfish. Mine was really small, but Nina got stung by a bigger one. She's a red mark there. Nothing serious. It doesn't really hurt too bad, but we didn't really want to stay too long and get stung all over. So now we are on to Koh Poda. The first thing we're going to do is eat because we're getting hungry, and then we're going to walk around and explore a bit. We got our food. I got stir-fried noodles and chicken with a coconut, and Nina got an omelet with rice and pineapple. And how much was it?
It was 430 baht.
So we're just gonna eat this with our nice ocean view here and then go down by the water after we're done. We came down to the beach now, and this beach on Koh Poda has the clearest and bluest water we've seen in Thailand so far. We're gonna have to go get in for a little while and swim. Nina, what do you think?
I think it's so nice. The water is so refreshing compared to the one yesterday at Tonsai Beach. That one was really hot, and when you're hot outside, you just want to come to a cool water. So this one is perfect. Too bad they don't have any hotels or resorts where we can just stay here and chill for a couple days.
Yeah, this beach is pretty incredible. The scenery is amazing. That cliff sticking right out of the water there, and we can see Railay Beach off in the distance that way. And I really can't believe how big of a difference there is with the water. Both how it looks, which is crystal clear and blue and amazing, but also how it feels. It was so warm over there, like almost hot. So it's weird that we're just a little bit off the coast, and it's already a big difference. But yeah, honestly, this is exactly what we were hoping to find in Southeast Asia as far as beaches go. So we're so happy we did this boat tour.
So our 4 island tour is coming to an end. We're gonna go back now to the boat, and we'll see you guys back in Krabi Town.
We made it back to our hotel now. We are so exhausted from another really long day in the hot Thailand sun. But before we rest, I just wanted to tell you guys again some of the basic information of the tour. So we ended up getting back at about 4:30 p.m. and that was after leaving at 10 a.m. And the total price of the tour for both of us combined was $2,800, but it did not include the national park fee of $200 per person, which you pay in cash to the driver once you get to the island. That brought the total price for the whole experience to $3,200, which is about $90. And I feel like that's a really good value. This was a really good deal in my opinion, and totally worth it. We're so glad we did it. Every stop was amazing, and we were also really glad that we could do it at our own pace and see what we wanted to see for the amount of time we wanted to see it. So yeah, I really recommend you guys talk to somebody and do this private tour. You might have to negotiate a little bit and keep looking around. It wasn't the first person that offered us this price. So yeah, just be prepared to negotiate and keep searching if someone's not willing to go low enough for you. But definitely do this. Anyway, that's it for today. We're gonna get much needed sleep now and see you guys again tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Today we have an exciting adventure planned. We are doing what is considered to be the best hike here in Krabi, and from what we've read, up to one of the best viewpoints in all of Thailand. We're here at the start of the Dragons Crest Trail right now. We're really excited for this hike. It's supposed to be only like 4 kilometers each way, so not too bad. The hardest part is the extreme heat and humidity. It is hot, but we brought lots of water, so hopefully we're gonna be fine. We left our hotel at 9 a.m. and now we're getting started here on the trail at 10 a.m. So yeah, we're not gonna wait any longer for it to get any hotter, so we're gonna go ahead and get going on the trail. We're a couple minutes into the trail now, and the trail itself is not too bad, but I think what makes this known to be a difficult hike is the crazy humidity here. We are already getting really sweaty. So yeah, I think that's what makes this pretty difficult for people, and I think it's also supposed to get a good bit steeper at some point. We'll let you know how it goes. We read that it's supposed to take like 3 to 4 hours to do the whole hike there and back, but we'll let you know how long it takes us. The bugs here are so loud. I'm sure you guys can hear that. Really crazy. I've never heard bugs that loud before. How are you feeling?
Exhausted. I'm so sweaty. Everything is dripping off of me. Crazy. But the hike itself is really not hard. We've done much harder ones. It's just this heat is killing, really.
Yeah, I'm just glad we're in the shade the whole time and that it's not direct sun on us, because I think that would make it almost impossible. It's hot enough and humid enough as it is in the shade. We've gotten to some really steep parts now, including this really steep staircase. So yeah, it's definitely getting more difficult.
Yeah, I feel like I took a shower. I'm completely wet. And I don't know if I'm more red from the sun yesterday or from this heat here. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever been this sweaty before. It is so humid. We made it up to the first viewpoint now. It is really beautiful. We can see out to the sea and a whole bunch of islands out there. It looks like we're going to be in for a real treat at the top when we can see even further and a lot more. Very quickly after the first viewpoint, we have arrived at the second one. And this time we're on the opposite side of the mountain here, so we have a view out into the mountains. It is just as beautiful as the view of the sea. And what I'm really looking forward to is if we can see both sides at the same time from the top. That would be really amazing. We've reached a fork in the trail. One side is the main path up to the viewpoint, and the other we believe is to a waterfall. We're not really sure what to expect to see there since it is dry season, but I think we're going to take the detour anyway and go take a look. We found the waterfall. It's a really small one, but I think it's really nice. I'm glad we made the small detour to see it, and I recommend you do too. It's really peaceful back here. It's time to take a small break to eat our 7-Eleven snacks. We each got a sandwich and a cheese stick. I do recommend bringing some snacks because you're definitely not going to find any food up here.
Yeah.
We've made it to the 3-kilometer mark, and the trail's supposed to only be 4 kilometers, so that means we're getting close to the top. We passed another crossing and took another small detour, this time towards a pond, and these two little puddles here are apparently the pond. So honestly, in this case, I would say it wasn't really worth coming to this and you should just continue on to the top. We got to another viewpoint here and I think they just keep getting better and better. Look at this.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Guys, we made it to the top viewpoint and it's amazing. Really, really incredible. You can see so many of these cliffs and mountains all across the landscape behind us. All the sweat, all the climbing was worth it. If you guys walk past the rock where the main viewpoint is, you'll see this right here, a warning sign and some barbed wire. This is where that famous Instagram picture is that you might have seen, where someone sits out on the cliff where it looks like they're just hanging over the whole valley. That's that rock right there. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that because I don't know, that looks pretty scary. But yeah, that's where you sit, and I believe that someone that takes the picture has to go a little bit further down to get the view of it. So if that's what you're looking for, then this is it. Yeah, so if you come out to the edge of this cliff here, then you can see that that rock is sticking out over that way. But you can really see how high up we are from here. We came a long way hiking today. Worth it though, these views are beautiful. Guys, these views up here were all really amazing, and not just the main viewpoint, but a lot of the smaller ones as well were just as good, if not even better. We're so glad we came up here and suffered through this heat. It's definitely an awesome hike that we recommend you guys do, for sure. But anyway, we're gonna head back down now. I'm just gonna put the cameras away and we're just gonna head straight down. So we'll see you guys back at the bottom. Okay guys, we are all finished with the hike, so all done with that for the day. We really enjoyed it. We were so glad that we went to do this. The walk through the jungle and then those viewpoints at the top were just really amazing. So we definitely do highly recommend this as an activity for if you're in Krabi. We just wanted to give you guys a little bit more details on how we did this and all that. So first of all, the hike is 4 kilometers each way, so 8 kilometers total, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you shouldn't underestimate it. Because it is so hot and humid, you really need to be prepared for it.
Yeah, you need a lot of water and probably some snacks. Don't let yourself be in the situation that you get stuck in the middle of the jungle. Since we saw one girl that was by herself with one small bottle of water and she was completely dehydrated. She came to us asking for water, like completely shaking. We of course help her, but you just have to make sure that you are prepared and that you read before you go and take this hike, because it's just really hot. And even if you think, oh, maybe you're exaggerating or something, it's really not. We were completely wet, like it felt like we took a shower. So yeah, it just make sure you're prepared.
But anyway, the next important thing to talk about is how we got there. So this is the part that I don't think we really did well, honestly. What we did is we hired a private driver for the whole day. And that cost us 4,000 baht, which is a lot. I think even for a private driver, I think we probably overpaid. But also I think that's probably not the best way to get there. Most people just ride scooters there, which seems totally doable. The problem for us is that we've actually never ridden scooters before, and we didn't really feel like this was the moment to try it for the first time. So that's why we did it the way we did it. If you've driven a scooter before, definitely just do that. There's no reason not to if you have experience with that.
Yeah, or if you haven't, you are probably better off looking for a taxi on the street, like just a random taxi, and negotiating with them than like we did, looking for some kind of tour company to give you a taxi, which is probably way more expensive than if you just found a random car or did Grab or something like that.
Yeah, the only problem is you need to make sure that you have somebody to wait for you, because once you're there, you're not going to find any other ride. So yeah, but maybe negotiate on the street. The problem for us, we booked with one of those agencies and we booked only last night. So it was like kind of late to try to figure out something else, and we wanted to go and see it. We're glad we did still, but I would recommend like trying other options first.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, so the reason we are here now at the beach, as you can see, is because we already have the private driver for the day. So we came to Phra Nang Beach. It's an area that a lot of people actually stay in when they're here in Krabi, and we hadn't seen it yet. So we wanted to go ahead and take advantage of this time with a driver to just come stop by here, take a walk, and find something to eat. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna walk around here, explore a little bit, and probably find some dinner while we're here. We got some smoothies for 50 baht each to cool down while we walk around. And our first impression of Ao Nang is that it's definitely a lot more touristy and busy than where we're staying in Krabi Town.
Yeah, definitely. And you can even probably hear how loud it is. And this is the main street with all the restaurants and cafes. A lot more tourists than in Krabi Town. So yeah, we're actually really glad we're staying in Krabi Town. It just feels more peaceful being there.
Yeah, there's a lot more like restaurants and resorts and that kind of stuff here. So I guess there's a place for everybody, but this is just so loud. We were happy to have like kind of a quiet break in Krabi Town.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep walking and exploring and see more of what we think. On our walk, we found the perfect place to stop and have dinner. It's called The Last Fisherman, and look at this. Beachfront sunset view. Really amazing. And we, of course, got our coconuts to rehydrate. And it's not just the beach view. Look back that way, too. That's Railay Beach right on the other side of that cliff. And we're about to find out how the food is as well. For food, I got pork with ginger and rice. And what did you get?
I got a Thai omelet with minced pork. Sounds good.
So we're just gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy this meal with the perfect view.
So we had to, after dinner, we had to order banana samosa. We tried that in Phuket and we're in love with it. It's some kind of spring rolls in a way, but filled with banana. Really, really good. I think my favorite thing so far here.
Dinner here in Ao Nang really was the perfect way to close out this day, and we were so glad that we actually decided to use the rest of today with a private driver to come here and check out Ao Nang. We hadn't seen this area yet, and like I mentioned before, we actually considered staying around here at one point. I think in the end, we were really glad that we stayed in Krabi Town, but Ao Nang has a lot to offer as well. There's a lot more resorts here, a lot more restaurant options, and amenities in general. So if you're the kind of person that wants that extra comfort and to have a lot of options around you, this is probably the place to stay. Krabi Town is much more budget oriented, so you can find like a lot of cheap local street food and cheaper accommodation, that kind of stuff. And you can also consider staying in Railay Beach as well. There are hotels and resorts there, and I feel like that would give you more of like the island feel. You can only get there by boat, and there's sort of less options, but then again, you are there surrounded by the beaches and nature. So I feel like Krabi has a place for everyone to stay. It really just comes down to budget and preference. But anyway, this actually brings our Krabi trip to an end now. But we are so glad we decided to come here. The nature here has just blown us away. It's truly incredible. The hike, the boat tours, the beaches, all of it. It's just it's a destination you cannot miss in Thailand. We loved it so much. But we're not done yet here in Thailand. We are actually headed to Koh Lipe next. So if you want to check out what it is like to stay on one of Thailand's islands, then stay tuned for the next video. We'll see you guys then.